Title: This will crack your water tank. Don't do this. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Right now you're looking at something that might seem normal, but this right here can destroy your entire water tank. If you fill your tank at this stage, before it's properly finished, you could be setting yourself up for cracks, leaks, and long-term damage. And the crazy part is, a lot of people make this mistake without even realizing it. Today, I'm breaking down exactly what's happening here, what's right, what's wrong, and how to build a water tank that actually lasts. Let's get into it. So first, let's talk about what you're seeing. We've got a reinforced block structure, solid foundation, vertical rebar in place, and the walls are coming up strong. At first glance, it looks good. And honestly, most of the hard work is already done. But here's the problem. This tank is not fully locked in yet. Those open block cores you see along the top, those are not just gaps, those are weak points. And if you introduce water pressure, before everything is properly reinforced and sealed, that pressure will start pushing outward on the walls. Water doesn't relax. It doesn't take breaks. It pushes 24/7. And if your structure isn't fully solid, it will find the weakest point. Now let's talk about the structure itself. The blocks are laid in a staggered pattern, which is good. That helps distribute the load across the wall. The vertical rebar is also in place, which is critical. That steel is what gives the structure its backbone. But here's the upgrade we're doing, and this is important. We are filling every single block pocket with concrete. Not some, not every other one. Every single pocket. This turns the entire wall into a solid reinforced structure instead of a hollow one. And that one decision alone massively increases the strength of the tank. Now let's talk about the biggest mistake people make. They rush. They get excited. They see the tank taking shape, and they think it's ready. So they fill it with water too early. And that's where everything goes wrong. Because at this stage, the cores may not be fully filled. The top ring beam may not be installed. The plastering is not done. The waterproofing is not applied. So what happens? The water pressure starts pushing outward. Small cracks begin forming. And over time, those cracks turn into leaks. And once water starts leaking, it only gets worse. Now here's how you do it the right way. Step 1. Fill all cores and columns with proper concrete. We're using a 1:2:3 mix. That's cement, sand, and stone. This locks the blocks and rebar together into one solid unit. Step 2. Install the top ring beam. This is a reinforced concrete beam that runs all the way around the top of the tank. Think of it like a belt that holds everything tight. Without it, the walls can spread under pressure. With it, the structure becomes solid and locked. Step 3. Plaster the inside. This creates a smooth surface and seals up any gaps between blocks. We start with a rough coat, then follow with a smoother finish. And very important, the bottom corners are rounded. Sharp corners crack. Rounded corners hold. Step 4. Waterproofing. This is what actually turns the structure into a water tank. We apply at least 2 coats of waterproofing material, making sure every surface is fully sealed. No shortcuts here. And finally, curing. This is the part most people ignore, but it's critical. You need to keep the structure damp for several days, so the concrete gains full strength. If you skip this, you weaken everything you just built. Now let's go back to what you saw at the beginning. A tank filled with water before it's fully complete. That might look impressive, but in reality, it's a risk. Because if the structure isn't fully reinforced, sealed, and cured, water pressure will expose every weakness. So here's the takeaway. Don't rush the process. Build it right, reinforce it fully, seal it properly, and let it cure. Because doing it right the first time is always cheaper and easier than fixing it later. If this helped you, go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and drop a comment if you're building something like this. And remember, when it comes to water tanks, strength first, water later. I'll see you in the next one. All right, let's go straight into the finishing stage for this water tank. We're now at the point where everything needs to be locked in, sealed, and made strong enough to handle constant water pressure. And yes, we're using Carib Cement. So these mix ratios are based on getting the best strength and durability out of it. First, let's talk about the structural fill. This is for your columns, block cores, and the top ring beam. You are not using mortar here. You are using real concrete. The mix ratio is simple. 1 part Carib Cement, 2 parts washed sand, 3 parts stone. That's a 1-2-3 mix. Add water slowly. You don't want it too runny. It should be thick, but still pourable. This is what turns your tank from hollow blocks into a solid reinforced structure. And remember, in this build, we are filling every single block pocket with concrete. That gives you maximum strength and eliminates weak points. Next, the top ring beam. Same mix, 1, 2, 3. This beam runs all the way around the top of the tank and ties everything together. Make sure your horizontal steel is properly tied into the vertical rebar before pouring. Once this cures, your structure is locked. Now let's move into plastering the inside. Before you start, clean the walls and wet them slightly. Don't plaster dry blocks. The first coat is a 1 to 4 mix. 1 part Carib Cement, 4 parts fine sand. This is your base coat. After that, you apply a smoother finish coat using a 1 to 3 mix. 1 part cement, 3 parts sand. Total thickness should be about ½ inch. The goal here is a smooth, even surface with no gaps. Now, very important, the bottom corners. You do not leave sharp corners inside a water tank. You create a rounded edge, called a fillet. Use a 1 to 3 mix again and form a smooth curve where the wall meets the floor. This helps prevent cracking and leaking at the weakest point of the tank. Now let's talk waterproofing. This is what actually makes your tank hold water. You can use a cement-based waterproofing product. Mix it according to the manufacturer's instructions, but generally it will be a powder mixed, with a small amount of water to form a brushable slurry. Apply at least 2 coats. First coat in one direction, second coat in the opposite direction. Make sure full coverage, no missed spots. Now here's something that makes a big difference. If you can, add a bonding agent or waterproof additive to your plaster mix. This improves strength, reduces porosity, and helps prevent future leaks. Next, curing. Do not skip this. After plastering and waterproofing, keep the tank damp for at least 5 to 7 days. Lightly wet the surface daily. This allows the cement to gain full strength and prevents cracking. Finally, testing. Do not fill the tank all at once. Start by filling it halfway. Let it sit and check for leaks. If everything looks good, then you can go to full capacity. Quick recap. Use a 1 to 3 mix for all structural concrete. Use 1 to 4, then 1 to 3 for plastering. Fill every block pocket. Install your ring beam. Round your corners. Apply at least 2 coats of waterproofing and cure it properly. If you follow this exactly, your tank will be strong, sealed, and built to last. No shortcuts. Do it right the first time.
If you think this video was educational or interested, please leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, share with family and friends. It's a pleasure to answer any question towards material and structural decision. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one.